Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'm finally sitting again to film a video, and for this one I wanted to just play with makeup. I have a couple of new things as always because I don't find the time to at least try everything that I have. So today finally I got the time to sit down and film a video. Since I got this Illamasqua eyeshadow palette, this is the Unveiled Artistry palette. I really wanted to just sit down and have a, I don't know, just a relaxed time doing my makeup, and today is the day to do so. The foundation that I'm going to use is the Bite Beauty Game Changer, if I'm not, Changemaker. Oh my god. And I'm going to just apply it really quickly in my entire complexion, and I'm going to move my bands out of the way. I've already done my morning routine. I'm gonna dot it in my entire complexion, and I'm going to use my new brushes from KGH. She is an amazing makeup artist and she collabed with Spectrum, and I got them. So when you open the package, this is how everything comes inside. This is the cap from the brushes, and this is a cleaning cloth. You have a card here that says Spectrum with Katie Jane Hugs. I developed this brush kit with Spectrum as their brushes have always been so performance driven for me. I wanted to put my artistry spin on them by taking inspiration from art store painter brushes, as that's what makeup is after all. Use these brushes however you like. The brushes have numbers, not names, so that you can decide how to use them. Have fun creating. And this is her. So I'm gonna use a brush number 8. I have already coated a little bit of it in my foundation, and I'm just going to disperse. Oh my, sorry, this is the brush. This foundation is really moussey. I like this texture. I'm satisfied with how the rest of my complexion is looking so far. There, my skin is all even out. I have never used this shade from Maybelline. This is the Instant Age Rewind Eraser. This is in the shade Brightener. It looks much, but actually it isn't. It's just a really thin layer of concealer, and I'm gonna use the same brush to just buff it into the skin. And I don't look like a raccoon. Now I have this Milk makeup. This is from their Lip and Cheeks. This is the shade Werk, I think it is how it is pronounced. I'm not sure. I hope I would keep on using the same brush if I'm going to be really honest, but I will try to use some other. I'm gonna use this one. This is the number 3. I'm taking directly from my product, and I'm going to make sure to buff it into the bristles in the back of my hand to make sure that it's coated evenly. And I think I don't need any highlighter at all with this shade. There, I think I'm even, more or less. I really like the flush of a color and the freshness that this color gave me. Now I'm gonna go for bronzer, the one from Vesca. I love this bronzer. I use the O2, and I'm tapping instead of swirling because I haven't said anything yet. I'm going to set my under eye, and I'm going to use the number 8 And I'm gonna use my number 7 translucent perfect light. I don't have any creasing in my under eye. I'm just going to make sure that it doesn't move. And lightly, I'm going to tap it where I apply the blush. Now I'm gonna apply a little bit of an eyeshadow primer to my lids. This is the MIlani eyeshadow primer, and I'm blending it with my ring finger from my lash line towards my brow bone. And this is the palette that I'm going to use. I think I'm gonna go for this kind of a, I don't know, magenta shades. I think I'm gonna use the same lip and cheek in my eyelids. And then I'm gonna set it with the eyeshadow, because if not, I'm gonna get a lot of creasing in my lid, and I don't get any. It's not giving so much color. I applied it all over my eyelids, going towards my brow bone. And now I think I'm going to just start using this palette. Let's just stick to the finger, I think. And I'm gonna go to this shade here, and that shade is named Bold. Look how pretty that color is. And I'm gonna press it into my lid. I'm just pressing the shadow into my lid. And since I have that creamy base on top, it's doing the blending for me. Look, I don't have to do much. Not much at all. I'm gonna use the brush number 11. This kind of a tapered with a dome shape, but it isn't too fluffy. I'm gonna go to the shade Honor, which is the one under Bold. I'm just blending the edges of Bold with Honor. I'm going to use that same shade to apply it to my bottom lashes. And I'm using the same brush, taking advantage of the shape of it. And I'm not applying it to my entire bottom lashes, just to 2/3 of them. I'm gonna use a brown liner just to, I don't know, because I think it will look good. I made a good decision with that choice, and I'm gonna use the brush 21 to smudge this eyeliner. I'm gonna start in the ending part of my eye. Remember that as I said 100 times, I have downturned eyes, so I have to lift my eye as much as I can. Now I'm gonna clean up the edges of the liner because I need them to be a little more like clean, sharp, and look a little more even than they are at this moment. I'm gonna take this flat brush, this is 9 brush, and I'm gonna use the same concealer and a little bit of the foundation because the concealer, it is a brightener. Eyes are done. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of redefining in my eyebrows, just a touch, a couple of gaps that I have. I don't have to do much for them. And I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel to set them in place. Now I'm gonna curl my lashes, apply mascara. But firstly, I'm going to set my entire complexion, and I'm gonna use this hydrating face mist. And for lips, yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. This is the Bodyography Rosewood Lip Liner, if I'm not mistaken, yes. So sweet, I have finished up my entire makeup. It took me a while in the process of it because I wasn't sure of what I wanted to achieve with the makeup. So in the decision making, I took my sweet time. Then let's just recap what I use, because I'm loving every product that I use. We start with the Bite Beauty Changemaker. I really like this foundation. Remember that I have a normal skin type. Secondly, I don't like a full coverage. I really like coverage in my skin. You can build this up, but not maybe, as in maybe towards say medium coverage, not a full one. I don't mind my skin looking like skin. Actually, I love it. I don't mind having my freckles out in the open. I just like to have kind of an even skin tone, and I'm more than satisfied with that. So in my opinion, this is a really good product. Then we went for the Instant Age Rewind from Maybelline. I have used the regular concealer. I like it. It's kind of a moussey texture. Heard a lot of raving towards this one, and using it without any concealer on top of it, just like a regular one. I liked it, but I will not use it in myself just as it is. I will use it just to brighten it up and then to go with my concealer. From that, we went to this thing here from Milk Makeup. This is the Lip and Cheek, and this is the, I think it is pronounced Werk, W-E-R-K. Probably I'm mispronouncing it, but I love this. Just to point out, I set it and then I retouch it again, and it didn't lift, it didn't move, it didn't do anything bad to my complexion. So this is a really yay for me. Then we went for eyes. I only use 2 shades, so saying that I love this palette, it isn't fair, but I love the color story. I only use this, my bad, I used 3. I only use this one, and then to blend it a little bit, I use this one here, and lastly I use this one for my inner corner. This one, it didn't do much. I really have to packet it. Yeah, I was really looking forward to use this palette. I went for my wing liner, and I used that liner for the first time, which now I can't even find in the mess that I have in my table. It was really easy to apply, really creamy, and it was really easy to work with. And last but not least, I used a new lip liner, the Biography one, which is this one here. And then I top it off with the Roen Kiss My, Kiss My, Kiss My. This is a liquid lip balm in the shade Charlie, and it has a little bit of a minty sensation, which I didn't mind because it was so subtle that it didn't bother me at all. So yeah, I think that was all that I used for today's look. I hope you like it as much as I did. I look really washed up. I hope that you like it. I tried to do a simple look. I really complicated things with the wing liner, but you can either skip that or don't do it as difficult as I did to myself. But yeah, I like it so far with my matchy dress that I didn't even notice up until this moment. So sweets, I hope you have a great and wonderful week. Take care of yourself. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. I really appreciate it. And if you want to get notified every time I upload a video, press the notification bell, and I will see you in the next one.